Today we're looking at the 4 best passes for beginners. Why are they the best? Because they're low risk, high percentage, and easy to learn. They're also fundamental passes which the best of the best use to win world championships. I'll be teaching you not only how to perform these passes, but common mistakes that beginners make so you can avoid them and increase your success on the mats. Let's get started. The Toriano Pass. The Toriano Pass is simple. Move your opponent's legs out of the way. The mistake that beginners make is not prioritizing keeping the guard player's feet off of them. You can't let the guard player make connection with their feet anywhere. Feet are just the hands of the legs, their grips. You need to keep your opponent's feet down and off of you to hit the Toriano Pass. Many beginners take either zero control of the legs or grab by the knees and let their feet move freely. While you can grip by the knees, you still need to keep the guard player's feet off of you, and you can't just hang out there, you gotta go. To hit a Toriano Pass, you either move yourself or move your opponent, or a combination of both. To move your opponent, you need them on the ball of their back, meaning that their hips are slightly elevated. This will enable you to spin them. Ideally, you want to prevent your opponent from gripping in the first place, as grips can limit your mobility and ability to perform the pass. But if they do grip on you, you can either remove their feet off you or remove their hands off you. This is more applicable in the gi, and to break the grip, you take a 2-on-1 grip and force their hand one way while moving your body the opposite way. Opposing forces for maximum power. You'll need to keep your butt down for base as you do, as having your butt up in the air will lead you to getting swept. While you can pass without breaking the grips of the hands and address their feet instead, your opponent will have greater ability to defend with their hands still on you, but this isn't always an issue, and you can chain passes together if they do defend using those grips. You only need to remove grips that stop you from doing what you want to do. Now a couple tips for the Toriano Pass. Number 1, move your opponent's legs side to side to deke them so they don't know which way you're going. This is not necessary, but it can help. The element of surprise. 2, be ready to take the back when your opponent turns away to turtle. 3, use your shin to consolidate position if you need to, as it's often quicker to go knee on belly than it is to drop down to side control. You can use your shin to control your opponent's torso when you don't have grips on the torso. That's what knee on belly is for, not just making people suffer. Knee on neck can be cool too, but only with your friends. I taught the Toriano Pass and more at a recent training retreat in Vietnam, hosted by myself and MMA Shredded. I got to meet, train with, and teach so many amazing people. Like Adam from Counter-Strike, he's an amazing resource to increase your strength and conditioning. This retreat was both striking and jiu-jitsu, but my next one in Trinidad and Tobago in May is only jiu-jitsu and it's going to be a blast. So if you want to come train, go to rollingintobago.com. The Side Smash. The side smash is very powerful. What the side smash is smashing your opponent's legs together using your body weight, so that their knees are smashed together and pointing away from you. The mistake that beginners make is trying to use their hands to smash the legs down, but arms aren't nearly as strong as legs, and legs will win that battle. You need to use your body weight. To do so, you need to position your chest on the side of their knee. You can use your hand to help you position the side of their knee in front of your chest, but only to help you position the knee correctly, not to get the job done itself. Another mistake that beginners make is not putting enough weight on the side of the leg to keep it smashed, resulting in either your opponent regarding or entering into leg locks. You need to position your weight correctly to keep their legs smashed down. Once you have the legs smashed down together, all you need to do to complete the pass is to get in front of their knees. This can be achieved by positioning your knee in front of their bottom knee for mount, or getting in front of the top knee to take side control, which is typically accomplished with a back step. To ensure your opponent can't keep their foot on you as you backstep, you'll often need to use either your hand or foot to keep their foot in place as you backstep. Speaking of backsteps, you can backstep from so many different positions. It's more of a movement itself than it is a specific pass, in the sense that you can use it to complete a variety of different passes, but you can also use it on its own. The mistake that beginners make with backsteps is simply not recognizing when they're available. Like here, my student could easily just backstab to pass, but he doesn't recognize the opportunity. A loose half guard is the perfect time to backstep. But my student is now getting Kimura'd instead of being in top side control. He did hit a really slick Uchimata earlier in the match, so all is forgiven, Tyler. That was a thing of beauty. When backstepping, you need to make sure that their foot can't follow you. As mentioned earlier, you can hook onto it with your foot to keep it in place so that it can't follow you. Another thing that helps is keeping your opponent's legs/hips pointing away from you as you perform the backstep. See here, I position my opponent's hips to face away from me first and then I backstep. This makes it difficult to keep connection with that foot. And here I use my hand to push the other leg, so again the foot can't follow me because his hips are facing away. Sometimes you'll need a big backstep, as if you're heel kicking some prick behind you, and sometimes just a little backstep will do. The knee slide. The knee slide is one of the most common passes in jiu-jitsu. Everyone needs a good knee slide. The two main mistakes that beginners make is allowing their opponent to take an underhook as they knee slide, as well as allowing their opponent to insert a knee shield as they knee slide. Let's address the underhook first. You don't need an underhook to knee slide, but having one ensures that they don't have one on you. It's the safest bet. To take an underhook for yourself, you want to find your opponent's open elbow, either when they're reaching out, leaving their torso exposed, or by finding a small gap for you to insert your arm. Although taking underhooks for yourself are great to hit the knee slide, you can knee slide not only with the underhook, but also a variety of different grips. The lapel, your hand on the rib, and more, or even without any grips with the near side arm. But having no grips with that near side arm is super risky because you risk them underhooking, so don't do it. And if they do underhook, just make sure that you keep them on their back. But as a beginner, it's wise to keep it simple and try to take underhooks as much as possible and do everything you can to prevent them on you. Too many beginners simply just want a knee slide and just go for it and give up the underhook as they do, and they get swept or their back taken as a result. I pretty much expected anytime I rolled the blue belt, it's like, oh, thank you for the underhook, you just played yourself. The same goes for the knee shield. Beginners often just want a knee slide, as if they can just press a button on a controller and do absolutely nothing to prevent the knee shield. Although there are plenty of ways of dealing with the knee shield, prevention should be priority. To prevent the knee shield, you can enter into headquarters with your knee on the outside leg rather than the inside leg, as going straight to the inside leg is often an easy knee shield for your opponent. And from here you can get an underhook and you're good to go. Just drop your hips down to take away space to prevent insertion of the knee shield. You can knee slide through a knee shield, but it can be difficult to do so, as the knee shield prevents you from dropping your hip down to theirs and creates a lot of space, which can make it difficult to consolidate the pass. But if you know what you're doing, it is possible to knee slide through the knee shield, and you can also just make adjustments to complete the pass. But either way, it's best to avoid the knee shield, as well as avoid the underhook being taken on you for optimal success knee sliding. I cover so many of these concepts and more in depth in my Jiu-Jitsu Theory course. Go to jujitsutheorycourse.com to learn more about the course. What are you having trouble with? Let me know what you want me to teach next. Alright, thank you for sticking around until the end of the video. If you're still here, please leave a comment or a fist bump, and I'll see you guys next time.